Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Go! The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike by two. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball?
This is Darwin Thompson, 6th-round pick from Utah State. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Darnold to Thompson on the screen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Darnold to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
He is going to find Hill here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 4-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
We got this. Check. Lady. Slant. Joker. Hey, alert 3. Shit.
They run with Thompson, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Darwin Thompson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some space here. There he goes left side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
Let's go. I'm scared.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He won't be ready.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. from the gun. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Chiefs 41, Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Under 10, 10. Slam.
Now a give, right side. It's Thompson. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Man, 80.
On the carry, Thompson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sony Michel, 97 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Man, 80. Shit. 49. Check 49. 80.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Thompson. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Darnold on third down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chiefs 48, Ravens 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Emmanuel Ogbah able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Agba picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson being chased out left. He's going deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 77 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're going to get the two. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Shoot, watch the shoot. Deuce, 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 deuce. Hey, lady. Hey, lady.
Now Darnold.
6-man. Check curl, check curl, check curl.
And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check, check. Watch the eye.
On 1st down, Thompson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We go, son. 22's coming, 22's coming, Mike, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. The deception there pays off to perfection. – 14 yards on the fake punt. And a first down.
At the 32-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 31 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the I. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
5 down. Stand up in. Yo, 80. Check 99. Shoot. Slam.
They'll turn to Thompson. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darwin Thompson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Chiefs 31, Ravens 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check my form. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Earl Thomas in on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 31. Red 80. Look, red 80. Switch. No 80. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, orbit. Choose the mic. Watch the touch.
They run it here with Thompson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.